Hello, my name is Darren Emerson. I'm a VR artist, I'm a producer and a director and a writer, and I run a production company in London called East City Films. East City Films was founded in 2006. It was founded by myself and my business partner, Ashley Cowan. And we both worked at MTV together. It was a lot of fun at MTV back in those days. But around 2006, we were wanted to work for ourselves. So we set up a little company. And it started very small, but really it was about music, making music videos and filming concerts, so multi-camera concerts. 360 video came around. That was like an opportunity. I saw it as an opportunity for myself to go from what I was doing, which was line producing big shows, to going back to filmmaking, creating original work, which is what I studied to do when I was younger. We call it purpose-driven storytelling. But what that is really just about wanting to tell stories that give people sort of a voice. For me in particular, with my work, it really always centers around community. I really wanted to celebrate communities in their different forms and that sort of connection between people. So, In Pursuit of Repetitive Beats is about acid house, and it's about going out on like a night with your friends for the first time. You don't really know where you're going, and you just end up having this crazy, amazing night, and you feel completely changed. What's interesting about this piece and what my work is known for a little bit is like a hybrid approach to VR. It's not just game engine, it has game engine, but it's also 360 video, it's also standard video, it's also animation, it's also spatial sound, and it's all kind of combined. So some moments are really cinematic and some moments are very much walking around with agency, picking stuff up. I guess what it has taught me is that I really want to continue working at this scale in VR, where we move the audience and we get them to really interact and go on a physical journey as well as just a virtual journey. I knew that the ingredients of the night and the journey to it would make it an interesting sort of platform for a documentary. It is a VR documentary. There are documentary elements, but they're all around you. They're in the fabric of the environment, so the things that you pick up. But actually, as a participant, you're moving through a story as well, as a sort of protagonist. You're trying to get from a friend's house in their bedroom to this mystery event. And because it's set in 1989, there's no mobile phones, there's no internet, there's no GPS. It's really organic, and it's about word of mouth, being inventive and trying to avoid the police. The VR piece itself is set in, you can see behind me, like these sort of quadrants. They're 6 meters by 4 meters, and that's what we call the play space. So the VR experience is designed around environments that match that space. I guess there's three opposing viewpoints, not opposing, but three competing viewpoints in Pursuit of Repetitive Beats. The police, who are trying to stop it. I guess we would call them ravers or punters, who are trying to get to the event because they want to go out. And the people organizing it, the promoters, who are trying to put it on. And they're all trying to sort of find out what's going on, and that's really the adventure part of it. I think one of the things that was really great about this piece, like doing the research for it, even though I knew the scene, doing a lot of like research, watching documentaries about acid house, rave music, they were all very similar. Music documentaries across the board are quite similar. They'll be talking about like, oh, and then we did this, then we went to this club and it was amazing. It's like people talking about what they were doing and these glory nights. And actually, when I was watching these, all I really wanted was to be at that night. I didn't want to hear someone talking about it. I wanted to be there. And of course, virtual reality has the ability to actually deliver that in some senses, to put you in environments, to allow you to have the agency, to make choices, to feel like you're connected to the things that are going on, the narrative around you. I think for this, it really centers on environment, and it centers on time and place. Hopefully for a lot of people, it's like a time machine, it's nostalgic. That's realized in its art direction, in the textures of the models and all the effort that went into art directing it, but it's also in the music and the sonic elements of it and the voices. So it takes you on this kind of journey. I'm passionate in terms of non-fiction storytelling, that I want you to come out of something and I want it to be well researched and have a lot of texture and nuance to it. But I also wanted it to entertain people. I wanted this to be culturally interesting, artistic, and have something to say. But I also wanted to present something that had a lot of joy and excitement in it. I wanted people to come out basically feeling like, wow, like really like euphoric, and feel connected. And it's been very, very popular. And I think that what that shows is that people really want to do these sorts of stories, they want to be taken on a journey. And I think this piece delivers that. Ultimately, it's a universal story, and it's really a universal story of friendship, of adventure. Those nights that make us who we are, those nights that change us. The sun coming up and you going, wow, that was incredible. And that's really what it's about, that connection. I think really everyone can relate to that.